there we go. All right, how are you guys doing? I really hope the audio is okay. I'm gonna check here in a second. I also hope you guys can hear the music too. I hope it's not too quiet. But let me know, let me know, let me know. All right, let's hear it. Let's see. Okay, I think the music is too quiet for you guys, but I think my voice is all right. So we can turn the music up a bit. It's mad. It's loud for me, but for you guys, I guess it's quiet. Okay, but let's just get into it. I wanted to draw some portraits today, so I'm gonna grab a couple portraits. Okay, which one should we do? Let's see. So I have 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have 5 that I want to do. So here's one. Looks pretty cool. I like the lighting on this face. Here's one. That's kind of a, like, very studio-esque. There's one, looks nice. I like the earring. That's kind of in the triangle. It's nice. And then this guy. Interesting lighting. We might start with this guy, actually. Should we start with the easy one? Should we start with, like... I feel like this guy's the easiest one. So maybe we'll start with this guy. We'll get him drawn out. So let's see. And if you guys haven't seen, like, the shorts lately... these are some of the ones I've been drawing. So here's one. This was like one of the first ones I did. And yeah, so this is kind of what I've been working on lately. There's a couple more here. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can't make something nice. I think this is the first time I've been in a stream in a while. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Here we go. Okay. We're done finagling around with the, what's it called? Okay. Might need to change out my white paint. Looks a little green. I'm gonna grab some white paint real quick. Wrong bag. Here we go. We're gonna replace some of this white paint. There we go. I don't love this brand, but it seems to be working okay for the most part. It's just when you first get it, it's really like goopy and like really gelatinous. So let's start off with like a base skin tone for the guy. Okay. So I'm just mixing like what the biggest part of his skin looks like, which is mostly like reddish, but it's also in shadow. I don't think you guys need to be talked to. You guys are good. You guys are good painters. All right, let's start working. Just block that in. Block that in. Also, I really hope this music is copyright free because I looked for copyright free music and I guess this is what popped up. So if I get striked, I'd be upset. Hey, Big Yellow Hoodie. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I have a video coming tomorrow. It's been the first time in a while. Like, I've been super slacking on the videos, but I have one coming tomorrow. All right, and then I kind of like to just like vignette it. Like, I don't really. We're not gonna do his whole T-shirt. We're just gonna kind of put in his shirt. But anyway, I'm trying to get back to the streams, guys. There was a little bit of time where I was streaming really consistently, like every week. But I have kind of gone away from that, so I want to get back to doing that. Yeah, I really want to get back to doing that. All right. There's the big value of his face. And his neck. And while we have this here, I'm going to place in his eyes, his nose and mouth. Sorry, I wasn't feeling that song. Oops. I've gotten in a bad habit of leaving my brushes upside down. And they've kind of gotten a little like, a lot of them are like this now. Even this one. So don't leave your brushes upside down like I do. All right, now I'm mixing a dark value. Let's see. Doesn't really matter. That should be good enough. Okay. Try to just do my best guess of where it's at. Maybe put an eyebrow and an eyebrow over here. Yeah, this part of the painting is important, but it also like is flexible as well. Because you can always change where this stuff is at. And then he has like a really like a real cheesy grin. So we're gonna give him his nice smile. It's pretty close to his nose. And he has a mustache too, so we'll just mark that in. I know I've said this in previous streams, but when I was a little kid and I used to draw, I used to really struggle mentally with where mustaches went. I don't know how that makes any sense, but I used to always struggle with that. And every time I think about young me painting, I always laugh at how I misplaced the mustaches. Hey Blue, bonjour. Comment vas-tu? Comment vas-tu? Okay, we're putting his little mustache and little beard hairs. Little scragglers. And then shape out his chin. Okay, now we can kind of shape out his head or his hair, I suppose. Ooh. Let's just make something dark. His hair is kind of like a blue-brown. Ah, it's hot here too. Blue, it's really hot. And I turned the AC off so I can stream and not be not so it's not so loud. Yeah, it's hot. Maybe it's hot everywhere because I've heard people talking about like in South Carolina it's hot. I'm sure it's hot back in Ohio. Yeah, I don't think I'm really. I mean, okay, if we're speaking genealogically, if that's a word, I think I am technically built for the heat, but I don't know if my mind is made for it. I just can't take the heat. I much prefer like snow and cold. I'm in Virginia at the moment. So yeah, it's really hot here. But I didn't grow up here, so. Yeah, it's like near. Well, I don't know if you're from the States. Well, no, if you were from the States, you would have known. It's like not too far from New York. If you know where New York is, it's like not that far from New York. But yeah, it's hot. Very hot. But I've really been thinking about going out of the country. I'm I don't know what it is. Yeah, yeah, very yeah, exactly blue. Very close to New Jersey. I don't know why, but New Jersey like always pulls out my stutter. New Jersey is one of the words that I always struggle with. I don't know if you guys have really gotten like a full grasp at my stuttering because I kind of talk slow here. But when I was a little kid and I was in school and stuff, my stutter was so bad. It was so stressful too because I didn't really know how to like get a hold on it back in the day. And so I remember one time I was in like math class and I always struggled with the word 11. The word 11 used to absolutely annihilate me. It's like something with the open E. I'm glad you guys don't notice. It's usually cool because I usually edit them out. But yeah, the number 11 used to absolutely leave me like, it was crazy. Well, really what I had was a stammer, not so much a stutter. And I think a stammer is kind of more anxiety inducing, at least for me personally. Because with the stutter, you just kind of like keep repeating the word. But what I had was a stammer. So I would like just leave my mouth open and like not be able to get a word out. just look so stupid. Oh my goodness, I hated it so much. It'll still happen to me, but I'll just use different words now. Like I'll just use the most antiquated words to get around certain things that I struggle with. Jeez. Do I sometimes do pencil sketch? No, I need to. I need to do more. But not typically. I don't really like pencil. Actually, I'll show you guys something real quick. That's pretty cool. I ordered a book the other day. If we can bust this out. I ordered, oh snap, do you guys know what this is? The Artist's Guide to Sketching by James Gurney and Thomas Kincaid. Look at that. Look at that. And look at what's even cooler. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at how beautiful that is. That's tremendous. So yeah, that definitely made my day. So what I was saying is, I wanted to use this maybe to kind of inspire me to do more pencil stuff, because I just don't like pencil. I don't know, it's just too perfect. Like it doesn't lie. You can't get around whether you're accurate or not accurate when you work with pencil. It shows so much. So, but yeah, I got this because I wanted to do some like pencil sketches from life in person. So this is kind of inspiring me a bit. So yeah, I'll probably bust that out later and really get into it. We can zoom back in. Yeah, that is super cool, especially that he signed it. I love that. He doesn't actually know who I am. I just asked him to put that. I just asked him to put that. Well, that's cool. It's available in France. I'd imagine he has it. I would imagine he ships everywhere. But yeah, that was so cool to get. I haven't read it yet though. I've just been collecting dust for the moment. We need to darken his eyes sockets. So I'll mix something. Really? I wonder why that would be. Why doesn't he sign the ones that are going out of state or out of the US? Maybe, you know what, he might do that? They might be he might have like an international supplier that he can't, like, he doesn't actually touch those books, maybe. Maybe that's the case. Maybe he has like an international supplier when he ships it out of country, so he doesn't really touch those ones. Honestly, if it wasn't for the signature, I probably would have bought imaginative realism over this book. Well, for one, I just wanted to support James Gurney, so it doesn't like either way. But if I was gonna get a James Gurney book, it'd probably be imaginative realism. Just because that book looks absolutely sick. Or there's another one about lighting, I believe. I'd probably get, or I think it's called what is it called? What's the other James Gurney book? Is it Color and Light, or is it Light and Shadow? What's it called? I think it's Color and Light. I'd probably get those two over okay, is it good? Is it any good? Well, I'm sure it is. I can almost guarantee it's a good book. All right, let's give him his light on his face. I'm gonna work up slowly too. I don't want to just rush to highlight. So if you can see, if you can see on his face, there's like a bright highlight on this left side. So we're gonna work up to that. Try not to rush it though. Color and Light, that's what it's called, yeah. Really? Okay, it's only like $30, right? I might need to invest in that. I would love to, because the one thing, as much as I've like practiced art and as much time as I've put into it, I still feel really weak when it comes to transparencies and like lighting effects. I am very rough with that. Oh, also, I totally forgot. I like got off on a tangent. When I was saying about the stammer in math class, right? Was that I was in a math class one time when I was really young, and I could not, for the life of me, say the number 11. And of course, I was like praying. I was like praying, hoping that the answer would not be 11, the one I get called on. And of course, the answer that I get called to answer is number 11. So instead of just trying my hardest to get that number out of my mouth, I just made up a different. I said 12, I think. Literally, just, just totally disregarded the truth and just tried to. I just said 12. But yeah, I remember stuff like that used to really stress me out because it would be so embarrassing in front of people, not being able to say a specific number. But it's a good thing I'm a grown man now, and I can say all numbers now. I've been blessed to say every number now. Just for all James paintings inside the book, it's worth it. Oh yeah, if it's like $30 and you get a bunch of like essentially prints, that's definitely worth it. I think he seems like a cool guy. Maybe that makes me weird. I think James seems like a really like approachable guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I've even seen him interact with people that like, I don't know, like at the at Lightbox Expo. I've seen him interact with like people that like want to talk to him, and like I feel like a lot of artists would just be like, okay, can you get out of my face? Can you please leave me alone? Can you not talk to me? But like James seems pretty open to just being talked to. Yeah, I think he seems like a cool guy. He seems like he'd be cool to like have as like a grandparent. Hey, momentary narration. Wow, I guess I don't see that. I don't know. I don't think he's weird at all. I think he'd be like a super like. I think he'd be like a good. I don't know. He'd be cool. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Matt Carrot. Man, yeah, Reddit. Those are okay. Yeah. Some of those might be the real early days. Those might be the real early days. I appreciate it, Matt. I know there's a couple people that I've been following since like before I had the face cams and I was just doing like shaky like seizure inducing videos where I was just speed painting. Some people stuck through that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe I even posted stuff like that. Where it was literally just like flashing images on the screen of my paintings. I know Blue's been around for a while too. And I think momentary narration, you've been around for a little bit too. I don't know if it's that long, but I definitely appreciate you guys. I'm not even joking, like, because I used to have a phone that like it didn't keep the color temperature the same, and it never kept the like the color temperature and the lighting would always shift while I was filming stuff. And so when you speed that up, it like made for a like vomit inducing video. But I posted them for sure. An 18-year-old me thought that was okay. I don't know how I thought that was all right. Yeah, there was that phase. So there was the seizure inducing phase. And then there was the phase where I thought every video was a movie. There was that phase where I was like framing up every shot. There was that phase, which is very funny. Honestly, I still like those videos though. The phase where I thought every video was a movie. No, not typically. Not typically. I just use like a lamp now. Yeah, I don't use one of those ring lights. I probably should buy one though. But I feel like I mostly like, I think I mostly film outside. I think. I mean, I do some shorts inside, but I think I mostly do outside stuff. So no, I don't really have like a lighting setup. Yes, that was my Christopher Nolan phase. Yes, sir. My mad scientist, filmmaker phase. I love that because there's some videos I'm still proud of, like from back in that day, from back in that like little phase I was in. Like the one about James Gurney, like what's it called? The one about the anti-motif, I think it was called. I'm still proud of that video. I'm still proud of that one. If you haven't seen it, it's like a video I did called I think it's called James Gurney's Philosophy of the Anti-Motif. That's like one of my favorite videos I've ever made. That and some of the old like lawnmower ones have been really fun. Okay, we're gonna do something that I always love to do. One of my favorite parts of the painting. We're gonna just take some white and cut the outline. But yeah, for that little phase, I literally would like draw out a what's it called? What's it called when you like do little boxes and you plan out film shots? I want to say screenplay, but it's not a screenplay. What is it called? Like a screen box? I don't know what it's called. Storyboard. Yeah. I used to. Thank you, Matt. I used to storyboard for like literally all my little videos. So funny. It was so funny. I took it serious back then, dude. I took it serious. I used to storyboard everything. I used to like just about write scripts. Honestly, like just the amount of work that has to go into that, and then the reward is like it's not equal. It's not equal. You know? Yeah. The editing is like a lot, and then also just like, but also I've gone through like a lot since back then, like, yeah. I've just been like, I don't know, a lot of stuff. I mean, the editing. Okay, if I said editing, that would be like an excuse. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question, man. I appreciate that. I don't actually know because it wasn't just that like editing got. Because editing isn't that hard. I don't know. Maybe that's a question I need to ask myself. I feel like nowadays so many YouTuber with cinematic shots copy GOUACHE's art. Who's GOUACHE? Let's see. Who's GOUACHE's art? I'm not sure of that. No, you know what, Matt? I think I know the answer. Like back then, that was during COVID. I'm pretty sure. When I was really putting like, well, was it? Okay, hold on. Let me not make up excuses. I feel like back then there was just. I feel like back then I just had less to think about. Like back then I was really only thinking about like painting and how to get better at painting and how to film stuff because I wanted to like be a director or like a writer or something for movies and stuff. And that's like all I was thinking about was like literally all I was thinking about was painting and drawing and how to make videos and stuff. But then you like go through life and then there's like school to worry about, there's jobs, and then there's girls, and there's all this stuff like, and there's money, like there's all kinds of things now to worry about. But I feel like back then there was really just nothing. It was just kind of, and also I was so lonely back then. Like I literally was just to myself in my room, literally just thinking about this stuff all day. Literally just all day thinking about GOUACHE is one of the few million subscriber art channels. Okay. That's not the is that like Mr. Beast's channel? Is that not Mr. Beast, sorry. Is that like Mr. Beast's friend? Isn't that Mr. Beast's friend? The no, that's Z something. I forgot. How old was I when I started my channel? I think I was 17. Yeah, I think I was like 17, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's so much. I don't know. It's just so much. But it was nice back then. Well, oh, it's not. Well, who is that guy? Who's the guy that's Mr. Beast's friend? That's like a artist, that guy that like draws on PS4s and stuff. Yeah, I'm so out of that world. I don't know. I don't really. Why is he evil? What did he do? Well, we don't have to get in his business. I don't know. That's okay. Yeah. That's the guy. That's the guy I'm thinking about. Okay. Well, I hope he gets better. Did not know people were against this guy. I thought he was good. I thought he was a cool dude. But all right, that's not my business. That's not my business. My business is this painting. But yeah, I think things just happen, and you get concerned with other issues. Oh, I used to love Draw with Jazza. Oh my goodness. Him and Draw with Jazza and I don't know if it was Mark Crilly, but like the anime, how to draw anime books, or like how to draw anything books used to be my jam. Oh, well, I hope they get their situation figured out. Yeah, I used to love Draw with Jazza. I used to love even like Super Ray Dizzle. I used to like. I just don't really watch art YouTube too much anymore. Yeah, Super Ray Dizzle I used to be a fan of. Ten Hun. I don't know who that is. Is that another YouTuber? I'm gonna put a very vibrant color on the edge of where the highlight meets the shadow. Really? Man, I can't even think of what, I mean, I'm trying to think of some Jazza videos, but I can't remember any off the top of my head. I just loved how effortlessly like he made everything look. That might have been part of editing, but like he literally just made everything look like it was first try, easy doing it for drawing. And I also loved that he wasn't like he wasn't like there's I think it's important for artists, and this is part of the reason I'm here, is I think it's really important to like see people that are like just a step above you, or like people that are like just a little bit better than you. Because like sometimes when you see artists and they're like so far ahead of you, it like literally makes it feel like there's no point in even like attempting to make art because everyone's 10,000 steps ahead of you. But I feel like with like smaller channels where they, like me, I'm not very like, you know, I don't have crazy art skill. I'm doing all right. I feel okay about my art. But I think it's nice for people to see like what someone who doesn't put 30 hours into their, or not 30 hours, like someone who doesn't dedicate their whole life to art right now, what their art looks like. It's like a realistic, you know. Okay, I think we need to add in 1000 did a big YouTube collab. Okay, that's very cool. I love Casey Golden. Dude, Casey Golden was so funny. I mean, the art channels I still watch. Well, I guess I watched like this one like Chinese academic artist sometimes. I forgot his name. But he's not really like a YouTuber, he just posts his videos on YouTube. I watch him sometimes, and then I watch Doodle Date. I love Doodle Date, dude. They're so funny. Yeah, I think Doodle Date's funny, and they're like really wholesome too. They're just very chill. And then who else? That might be it. Really only really watch like Doodle Date occasionally. I just love like how for the most part how innocent like Doodle Date is. I think that's very nice. Very, 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 very refreshing. Yeah, I just try not to. I try not to get too far into like art YouTube, just because I don't want to compare myself. I don't want to compare myself to anyone. Yeah, I don't want to compare myself to anyone. I mean, I do, but I'd rather have it be like a teacher vibe if I'm going to be comparing myself to anyone. Like I'll watch every James Gurney upload back to back to back over and again. But like I feel like that's more of like a teacher. Like, you know, I'm not really. You don't compare yourself to a teacher. They're like showing you the ropes. So, but if it's like a young woman, if it's like a young, attractive woman, I don't wanna see them be 10,000 times better than me. I don't know if you know what I mean. Or like a young 14-year-old boy. I don't want to see him be way better than me. You guys, I don't know if you guys know what I mean. But like, there's a lot of channels like that where it's like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. There's a lot of channels like that. Well, I feel like I should get into it just a little bit. Where it's like, not only am I a better artist than you, I'm also 26, attractive, living in New York City. You guys know what I mean? I don't know if you guys know what I mean. If you guys ever see stuff like that. I don't know if you guys see stuff like that. But it's like, not only am I a good artist, I'm making a full-time income from my paintings. I am attractive. I make a 6-figure income. Yeah, I don't want to compare myself too much because I can very quickly get out of hand with that. Yeah, I got a lot of them do. A lot of them do have that like girly vibe, which is okay. I don't mind. I don't mind that occasionally. Yeah, James Gunn does have like a very mage, like a very, very wizard vibe. Which I don't know if you guys, this is going to be a niche reference, but I am very interested in male psychology. At least like when I read books, that's usually what it's about, is like male psychology and stuff, and like just stuff like that. And I was reading one book that breaks down like the different archetypes of masculinity, and like they go like king, warrior, magician, lover, right? Those are the 4 archetypes of like masculinity, like, or at least fully realized masculinity. So there's king, warrior, magician, lover. And I think the magician, like, that's James Gurney, like having one skill, not one skill, but like having a skill that people like admire, that you have, like, that you can teach. That's one really interesting part of masculinity. I'm sure femininity too. I'm sure femininity could be the same thing, but that's just what I'm interested in particularly. Which guild did I? I don't think it's that kind of thing. It's not quite like Skyrim. It's not quite like Skyrim. But I don't know, if I were to guess, I don't think I really have any of them. I mean, I don't know. I don't particularly think I have any of those skill sets necessarily. I mean, the idea is to ideally have like a touch of all of them. A little bit of the king, a little bit of the warrior, a little bit of the magician. Yo, what's up, Ash? We're actually about to get off, Ash. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Why not oil or acrylic? I do acrylic, but it's for like bigger paintings. For some bigger paintings, I've done acrylic, and I've done oil a couple times. Should I grab it? Should I grab an oil painting I've done? Where did it go? Oh, there. Okay, it's right here. Let me actually just back up. I'm gonna back up and show you guys an oil painting I did one time. So, oops, I did this one time at a figure painting night. And I just don't really like, I don't know, I don't like how it looks. Like, oops. I can't move around too much, but just don't really like how oil really looks. Like, it's interesting, but it's kind of hard to work with, I think. There's a foot. Yeah, it's an interesting medium, but it's not my favorite, I'll say that. Okay, let's start putting some finishing touches on this. Let's add some blue first of all. Oops, where am I? There it is. I think the texture is part of it. I think the texture is part of it. Because I'm just not a huge, like part of the reason I like gouache is because it's so flat and it looks like illustrative. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of like the just not a huge fan of like the texture. And also the fact that like you can't really, like, it doesn't dry this fast. I don't like that. The oil paint you're talking about, Blue? Photographing oil is yeah, it can be frustrating, I'd imagine. Gouache is nice and flat. Doesn't matter what lighting you take it into. There's no reflections. I mean, acrylic is kind of the same thing. Because it's kind of reflective, or there's a different finish to it. I think if you mean the oil paint, yeah, use it straight out the tube. Straight out the tube. Oh, the gouache. No. No, I don't. Oh, out of the tube white. Yes. Actually, if you watch the beginning of the stream, I literally had to, I had to replace my white. So yeah, this is like straight out the tube. Well, straight out the tube into the palette. So I guess not really. I like the blue coming back in. That feels safe. I think what I'm going to do is try to emphasize one eye. I'm so glad you guys are here too. I wasn't sure if this would be kind of a quiet stream, because I've been inconsistent. Okay, I'm mixing like a white, a blue, and I'm gonna mix in a burnt sienna. Just a touch. Try to darken it up a tad. There we go. There we go. Ash, don't you dare. There's nothing good on Tubi. Just kidding. Tubi has great movies. I would love a Tubi sponsorship. I don't know how they would work it in to my 4-minute videos, but hey, I love Tubi. I love it because Tubi also has like really old movies as well. Okay, there we go. There we go. I appreciate that, Ash. Tubi used to have one of my favorite movies on there too. Ooh, okay. Independence Day? I've never seen that one. Ooh, that's too bright. People who use dried gouache palette usually squeeze fresh white because they end up... I feel like I have seen that. I think I've seen people do stuff like that where they I think James Gurney does that, doesn't he? Where he'll sometimes use like a dry gouache palette, but he'll squeeze a little bit of white in the pan. I mean, to be fair, like, my paints are super dry. Like, these are, like, I guess you could call it a dry palette because I let them get dry. But I think, I mean, they're still, like, workable, I guess. And I'm also not working with, like, big glops either. Like, I'm not really a glop. I'm not really a gloppy kind of guy, if you know what I mean. Like, I like to pull off from, like, it's a dry palette, but I like to pull off, like, a little bit of paint like that, so I have enough to work with. She does. I think she does, right? I think she does do that for a palette. I like Sarah Byrne's style because she does a lot of I guess it's like dry brush strokes, which are really pretty. And I don't see that in a lot of people's styles, but Sarah Burns is one of those people that does have she does do that like big wash, or like a big like swipe of dry brush to do gradients and stuff. Yeah, I like her style. And her color palettes are always mad nice. Alright, I'm trying to mix up a white for a highlight. I think I do remember you guys shaming me. You guys shaming me into peeling my palette. I also remember you guys not quite knowing how to hold pencils either. I was showing you guys the proper way, the proper form, which was like this. Okay, let's take more white. I want to whistle so bad, but I know that would hurt you guys' ears. Those are photoshopped. Those are AI images. There has been no mistreatment on this channel. Any evidence pushed forth is AI. It's fake. It's not real. I treat my brushes fairly and nicely. You have no such evidence. Oh, 50 minutes. We're kind of going slow on this one. Okay. Yeah, you can just make it up. Yeah, that is a great part of AI. You can just say it's AI. Yeah, I remember that. That was back when I was working on a big acrylic painting. You know what? I don't know if you guys have seen a lot, like, because I haven't posted on the Discord or anything. I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of my, like, outside work. I should go pull something up real quick. This portrait's almost done. We just need, like, a little bit of color, or a little bit of brightness. I want to go pull out a couple of my paintings that I've done since I've really been big, not big, but like since I've been posting, since I haven't been posting. I'm all tongue-tied now. Give me a second. I want to put a really bright value on his cheeks and his forehead. Something's not right, and I think it's his lips. So I'm gonna mix up a pink for the bright side and like a dark pink for the outside. Okay. 100%. That's absolutely what he's doing. I painted something for the first time in months. I went to a sip and paint. Okay, there we go. There we go. There's that momentum moving. Yeah, painting is really fun. It's a shame that, like, I don't know. I guess it's a shame I'm not a billionaire. I don't know. I mean, I guess even then I wouldn't let painting like take over my life. But yeah, it's a shame you can't just sit around and do this all day. But what a blessing it is to be able to do it for a little bit of time. I'm gonna put like my last layer of like light skin tone, and then I'm gonna fix his little hairs, and then we'll be done with this one. And then I might do a face cam in a second. I might do a face cam because I don't think I've ever live stream face cammed. I want to show you guys something I bought too. Okay. Then we're gonna put in his little facial hairs. Mix in a little dark brown, a little black. There we go. I am not. That was one time my feet accidentally showed. That was one time. All right, just some more blue and then we're done. For here in the eye. And then... we didn't give him his little Superman curl, which maybe should we? I feel like that could mess us up. That could mess the painting up. Okay, that's good enough. We'll sign it in blue. There we go, it's good enough. Okay, first, well, actually, no, hold on. I'm sorry, I lied. There's one final detail missing. Well, actually two, but we're not going to add in the flower. All right, there we go. Now we're done. Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys something I got. Okay. First of all, my room's a mess, so guys, don't judge me. Let me see if I can even do this. How do I even do this? How do I do this? Hold on. Oh snap! Look at that, guys. Is this a cool hat? How do I see the chat? Okay, here it is. Okay, let's see. How do I? Let's see. Man, I don't know how to do this. Hey, what is back here? I can't even tell what's going on. I'm so disoriented. Okay. Can you guys see me? I think we're good. Okay, so this was a painting I did, but I never finished it. I feel like the face was all kind of messed up. Yeah, so this one I really wanted to work more on. This one looks okay. It just looks, I don't know, something looks off. Like it doesn't, first of all, the baby face is pretty rough. Her face looks rough when it's flipped, and then this face, honestly, all the faces are rough. All the faces are terrible. All the faces are so bad. I really wanted the baby to turn out good. But yeah, that's that one. And then this one, I think you guys saw it in the process, but this one got finished. That painting got finished. I really like this one. Dude, bro, the face is my favorite part of this painting. Let's see. I can't get a good angle on it. Maybe if we do this. Ooh. Yeah, I think the face is my favorite part. But that's just the reference. Like the reference was so look at myself. So weird. The reference was so like boom, 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 boom. The reference was so good for that one. Yeah, this one's hanging up in my room. Thanks, monetary narration. Yeah, this one was really my favorite. Let's see. I did a self-portrait. Let me grab. Can you guys see the self-portrait? I don't know if you guys can. I keep thinking there's something over here, but I can't tell because. Let me see. Okay, no, there's not. I don't know. I just couldn't tell. We did a little self-portrait. I didn't realize it looked this weird when it was flipped. But yeah, there's that one. This was like this is also oil. This could be a thumbnail. So yeah, this one's in oil. I don't know, something is too much about the oil. Too much. And then what else? Aside from painting, I've also been into Lego. So let me grab you guys one of my absolute masterpieces of Lego. Let me grab you guys that. Boom, look at this. Boom. That was with the mirror. The self-portrait was with the mirror. Boom, look at this, guys. Honestly, I'm more proud of this than any of my paintings in the past, like, year. Look at this. I am a grown man, guys. Yeah, that was with the mirror. I think I set up like a big mirror right here on my desk right there. All right, maybe we should get back to painting. Maybe we should do another painting. All right, let's get back to painting. Let's get back to painting. Oops, we're all zoomed in. Hope you weren't zoomed in on my face. And actually, this makes me want to fix something real quick. Because this eye looks like it's closed, and it shouldn't be closed. So let's fix that real quick. All right, let's fix. Can't tell if it looks better or worse. Maybe we need to, hold on. First of all, turn the music down. And then, hold on. That looks okay. We need to fix this eye. To paint your palette, what do you mean? Paint my palette. I don't know what you guys mean. This is a perfectly clean palette that has been well taken care of, and it's definitely not broken. This, just ignore this part. This is not broken. This is like, it's like antique-defied. Yeah, what do you mean by paint my palette? Like paint a picture of it? Or like spray paint it gold? Okay, that looks better. Yeah, it's custom, it's custom, it's custom. It's custom, yep. Custom made, just for me. Custom fitted. Okay, this one's done. We need to stop looking at this painting. Boom, done. Wonderful. Oh, a painting of it. Probably not. I would say probably not. But it does look kind of cool with the shadows and stuff. Hold on, let's see if it would look cool like this. Ooh, okay, I like that one. Like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, maybe do it. Maybe take a screenshot. Hold on, let me photograph it for you. There you go. Perfect. There you go. I've seen people do that. Like, GOUACHE, if you guys know who GOUACHE is. I think he does that all the time. Where he will paint a picture of his palette. That's a tough sentence to say. Where he will paint a picture of his portrait. That one's tough. Okay. We could do another guy, or we could do a lady. No, I need it right now. I need it fast. I need it painted right now. This is my commission. I need this today. This is my dog's birthday gift. I need this today, right now, Ash. Okay, let's see. You could name the painting Custom Crusty Gouache Palette in Gouache. That would be interesting, to say the least. That would be kind of like a meta take, though, Blue. That's pretty meta. Gouache in Gouache. Sir Charles is downstairs. Should we grab him and like assault him? Or not assault him, but like harass him. I don't know if we should harass him right now. All right, so we can do, let's see. I think we got 2 choices right now. So we have, well, I thought about doing a couple different portraits. So we have this guy, which has a cool lighting on his head. I like the lighting on his head. And then we have this one, which is just like a classic, like, this is the stuff I paint all the time, like just the classic, like, head turned to the side and then earring. I think this is too, like, predictable for my art. You would, like, guess I'd paint this. And then this lady, kind of simple. This dude, we just painted him. I feel like this guy's a better, even though we just did a guy, maybe we should still paint a guy this time. He just looks the most interesting. All right, I don't want to harass my dog. Yeah, I don't want to harass my dog, I'm sorry. Maybe for the end of the stream, we'll harass him. All right, let's see. Oops. Wow, you really want to harass a young man that's already struggling? That shows where your heart's at. That shows where your heart's at, Ash. You want to harass a young man who hasn't had enough treats. It's been hot all day for him. Wow. That's sad. This is a young man who hasn't even received a paycheck for being in my videos. The young man hasn't gotten paid. The young man's tired. He's hungry. All right, let's put in this guy's head. He has a very interesting, actually pretty cool shaped head, I would say. Pretty interesting. Oops, zoom out. He definitely has been. I've painted him a couple times, I think. At least 3, I believe. Ash, he's still waiting to be paid for the videos that you said you would pay him for. You said you would pay him if he appeared in 2 of my videos. He did his job, all right? Where's his payment? So I'm gonna try to do like his face underneath the beard and then add the beard later. So like this is his face underneath the beard. And then put an ear, another ear. Okay. Actually, we need to do his neck as well, so we need to just... Oh, I thought you said that, Ash. That would be great. That would be great. I don't do too many self-portraits. I just feel like... I don't know why. I mean, I just don't do too many self-portraits like that. Ash, do you do self-portraits often? Or Blue, do you do self-portraits often? That's literally one of the best books I've ever read. Is King, Warrior, Magician, Lover. Literally one of my favorite books. Well, okay. It was super boring and like super dry and super bland. And the guy reading it, the audiobook guy, literally read it like, I think it might have been AI because it was so bland. But like that's the book I talk about the most, so it must be my favorite. But do you guys really do self-portraits often? Like I don't really, I don't know, they're just like not my favorite to do. I've done 2 before, 1 for that class. Okay, and then I felt like I looked the same all the time. Maybe yeah. Well, I feel like okay, either you have to look different or your skills have to improve for like there to be a need to do a self-portrait again, or like a different medium or a different style or a different place or something. I haven't done a self-portrait for 20 years. Okay, Blue, I think you have homework. I think you have homework, Blue. I don't know how old you are. Yeah, oh, here we go, Blue. Self-portrait time. We know exactly what time it is. Bust it out right now. Actually, during COVID, I used to do a self-portrait like every day. It's like a little like morning sketch. Like that was my routine. Was to do a self-portrait in the morning and then get on with my day. this, this is not your self-portrait, Blue. Or not Blue. Ash, this is not your self-portrait. This looks nothing like you. Hey, I'm a brown egg at the moment too. I shaved my head the other day. I'm back to brown egg mode. I should show you my COVID ones. I should show you my COVID self-portraits I used to do. Thanks, Helber. Your mom hates the egg mode? I'm a fan of egg mode. Ótimo trabajo, parabéns. My Portuguese is very non-existent. Obrigado. Obrigado, champion. Obrigado. Thanks, Ash. Why does she hate it? It's your head. It's your head. I originally started doing egg mode because I was like really getting self-conscious with going bald because oh, here's the thing, guys. I feel like I'm gonna go bald. I'm already in the early stages of it. If you see any of my videos, my head's balding. So at first I shaved my head to do like just to feel like okay with being bald. I think it worked. I think it's helped me come to terms with the fact that I'm gonna go bald one day. It's helped me come to terms with that fact, or that perceived fact. Oh, I need to plug in my phone. Yeah, that actually is one of my favorite. You know what? That's actually my best self-portrait, I think. Hold on. So this portrait was from when I went complete egg mode, and I shaved my head like the baldest it's ever been. How I do this? But this turned out to be one of my best portraits. Hasn't been cleaned in a while. But yeah, I love this one from when I went bald, when I shaved my head bald. One of my favorite portraits. Complete egg mode. Actually, I kind of like made it dramatic, but I definitely was not this bald in real life. I was close, but I wasn't this bald in real life. Yeah, that was a little bit too much. I'm not quite that bald yet. That was from a picture, yeah. That was definitely from a picture. And I'm pretty sure I even traced the like outline for it. Hey, that's fine if you don't have eyebrows. No one said you need eyebrows. Yeah, I just think it's a shame to be like viscerally attached to your appearance. So that was kind of a attempt at kind of circumventing that for myself. That being said, I'm still kind of attached to my appearance. Just not really being bald is not a part of that anymore. This guy has glasses on, so we're gonna make the little shadow for the glasses and then put them back over that later. That's interesting, yeah. I actually was talking to, I have a friend. I have a friend who's a young woman, and I was talking to her one time, and she was saying how when she was like, I don't know what age it was. I don't want to completely expose this young woman, but she said that she shaved her head one time just to like, I don't know, like lose that sense of like, my appearance is my like value. That's really interesting. I was actually blown away when she said that. I was blown away. Like that takes like I don't know. That's huge. Like that's huge. To be a young woman and to like straight up be like, I'm gonna shave my head because I don't really want to deal with like my physical appearance like being such a heavy weight on me. I don't think you can be completely detached from it. Would be as bad as being obsessed by it. Let me think. I don't know. If someone was completely detached from their physical appearance. I don't know. I think I don't that's a I mean, I think I'm just gonna keep going around saying, well, I really have no clue. If somebody was completely detached from their appearance, would that be a bad thing? I feel like it would be a good thing. Good in a certain kind of sense, but bad in a like it might be uncomfortable for everyone else, but like in their spirit, if that really did not matter to them, the way they looked, I would say it's probably a good thing. When I was little, I read Snow White, I read a Snow White book, and it said she was so pure because she never looked in the mirror. And I think I became fascinated by detachment from appearance. That's really interesting. But that's beautiful too. Like that's almost like if you grow up in like a let's say you grow up in like a poor like tribe or like a something detached from like American wealth, and you just are happy because you don't really know what you don't have. That's beautiful. That would be. I guess it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, that's interesting. Because even in the Snow White example, like, it doesn't really matter how attractive you are if you're like never happy with it, or if you're always comparing it to someone else. It's interesting. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're just kind of that. You just exist. Like you don't. There's no comparisons in existence. There's no. That's interesting. I'm still stuck on what Blue said. I'm still not sure if somebody was completely detached from their appearance, would that technically be just as bad as being obsessed with it? The evil queen was obsessed with the mirror. Snow White never seen herself. It's almost like animals. Like they just kind of like live. They just kind of like do their thing. They're not really too concerned with like what they look like. Oh, Blue, I wanted to talk to you about living in Madagascar too, because I really wanted to. I want to go there. I really want to go to Madagascar. I've been looking a lot at like the different places there, like the different not states, what's it called? Yeah, I really thought about going to Madagascar as well. Just something different. Like I don't know. I don't something about America is kind of getting a little on my nerves. But I would love to hear about where you stayed at. Um, really, indigenous group with nice teeth. I would. I mean, I'd imagine they'd have nice teeth. I don't know why they wouldn't. Really, where are you going, Ash? 'Cause I'm interested in Madagascar. That's actually where I'm interested in going. But I wouldn't want to live in like a really populated area of Madagascar either. If I were to go, I'd like to live somewhere like rural. Ooh, Barbados. Okay. Oh yeah, you were just there, weren't you? You were just in Barbados. Not to be funny, but it makes me wonder how blind folks perceive their appearance or if they feel detached from it. I guess it depends on which sort of blindness you have, right? I guess if you went blind later in life, or if someone went blind later in life, um, maybe you would still feel attachment to your looks, and you might still try to like do things about it. But maybe if you like were born blind, you wouldn't really care because that's never been like a part of your routine. I'd imagine that's probably how it works. But I don't know. I have no clue. Dude, my phone's getting hot. I don't know how much longer we can stream, guys. I'll try my hardest to stay on as long as I can. And this head's really difficult to paint too. All the shines on his head. Um, Madagascar can be pretty dangerous if you don't know the native. If you don't know natives to guide you. Okay. Which parts did you stay in, Blue? Because I know there's the big city. There's Antananarivo. Is that what it's called? Antananarivo, I believe it's called. And then there's I guess I don't know much. I just know there's like a big city and then there's a lot of other little um like smaller places. But I was thinking of going there on a I was thinking of going there on like a volunteer sort of thing where they might provide housing for me and I like work there for a little bit. Cause I don't know, something is just so like I don't even know. I don't even know if I can like. Actually frustrates me so much. But something just feels like so selfish here. Something just feels like there's like an energy of just selfishness, and it really stresses me out sometimes. Like really stresses me out. This painting is kind of falling apart too. Yeah, there's a certain level of selfishness in the air here that I don't like. Why don't we just make this one value instead of trying to do a bunch of stuff right now? There we go, just simplify it. The King Julian. Where is the King Julian side? Which side did King Julian live on? I actually don't. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Okay. So you were in Antananarivo. Oh no, sorry, no. You were in the north in Diego Suarez. Okay, I've heard that. The second largest bay in the world after Rio. Incredible scenery. Okay. I'll take that into account. Yeah, I'm really not even looking for a different like I'm not really looking for anything crazy with scenery or like more places to paint. I'm really just looking for a like a different sort of pace and a different type of like energy. I just feel like the air is really weird here in the US. Like the way certain people treat like service workers, the way certain people like treat people on the road. It's very weird. Like it's super weird. It's like people don't really well, I guess not all people, but it seems like a lot of people don't really consider like how other people are feeling or other people like act or will react to something. But that might be an everywhere issue. Who knows? Maybe I would get to Madagascar and see the same thing. Yeah, individualism is real weird here, real weird. But I think that's. I kind of feel like that's just a modern world, Ash. Like I haven't really been proved differently though that it's like just the U.S. I definitely got that. For my stay here, I had to learn to say, hold on. Oh, learn to say hello to everyone. Okay. Yeah, that seems nicer. That seems kind of nice. Even like here in the South, where people say there's like really good hospitality and people treat you really nice, there's still like I don't know, just like really weird like like, what are you gonna do for me kind of things, or like how can I benefit from you kind of vibe, which makes me kind of like feel really weird. Definitely not everywhere though, because I've met a lot of genuine people. I've met a lot of really nice people, a lot of people I'd call friends. So it's not everyone. I'd be crazy to say like that's how everyone acts, but I think it's a certain generation too. I think it's a certain generation as well that like treats you really weird. It's a certain generation, I think, that kind of like has a weird vibe to them. Like I think our generation, like Gen whatever it is, like 25 and under, I think a lot of us are like not really like quick to make conversations with other people, and we're like more inclined to just like, if it's in kind of an awkward situation, just get on our phone and kind of, you know, put our head down, which that's fair. But then there's a generation I feel like who are like kind of like very extroverted, but like also in a negative way too. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but that's kind of what I don't know, what I kind of get tired of. But some of that's on the internet too, so I guess there's no escaping it. Unless you just turn your phone off. All right, let's put in a whiteboard real quick just to see where we're at. But yeah, there's just weird stuff, weird things that I want to kind of get rid of, I can avoid. But I don't even know if Madagascar is the solution, because they have a lot of like natural disasters, I've heard, and stuff, and I'm sure they have their issues with like politics and stuff. So I think the issue really is inward, but who knows? Who knows? The journey always is inward as well. We definitely messed up his beard. Definitely messed up his beard. At 40, we'll net the C25 is worse than the dystopia movies of the genre. I mean, I don't think the world's that bad, but I just think and it's definitely not your generation. I think it's a couple generations up from you. Maybe like just one generation or two generations up from you. That's like very quick to like get mad at like a worker who's not doing their job right or something, or like honk at someone who's like driving slow or whatever, or you know, just I don't know, inconsiderate. I think that's just the theme. But you know, who knows? You can either continue to complain about them or change the world, you know. So suppose the fixes should just start acting like what you want to see. So that's what I should start doing. Okay, this one's really rough. I'm not gonna lie. This one's kind of struggling. But we'll pull it through. We'll pull it through. Oh, wow, 5 of you guys are still here. Thank you guys for sticking around. Sorry. My phone is getting hot. Okay, I think what we'll do, I'm gonna stay on until 9 o'clock, so that's another 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on another 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna get off. Probably watch Star Wars. Painting is resistant in an AI era. Yep. I think so. I think so. I really don't know if AI will ever like fully take over. I just don't know if everyone. I think there's definitely like I think the same generation that like yells at people for not knowing exactly where everything is at, or like the same generation that yells at people for like or whatever post weird stuff on Facebook. I think they'll love AI art. But I think most people kind of like original paintings as well. Also, if you're watching this, you're definitely not that kind of person. I can already tell. So I'm not speaking about anyone's age in particular. I'm just saying like certain kinds of people, which is definitely not you if you're watching this. Yeah, but there was back on the like selfishness thing. One of the things that I remember like I was in this group that like a men's like talk group kind of thing. And one of the things that the people that the like the person that led the event or led the group asked is like on the idea of core beliefs. They were asking, what is something that you demand from yourself and expect from others? And I think like for me, one of those things I expect is like treating other people fairly and treating them like with kindness and then giving them the benefit of the doubt, even when they may or may not deserve it. Like that's something I demand for myself, I would say, and I definitely expect to see that from other people. And so sometimes when you don't see it, which is like relatively common, I feel like here, that like makes me like riled up. Makes me riled up. Just riles me up. But you know, that's how things are. Okay, this is a rough painting. We got some nice stuff going on. I just think logistically, I think the beard is too big. Yep.
I'm going to 7-Eleven and then McDonald's. What do you think?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Okay. This isn't me. This isn't me. This is some random guy. Ash, did you think this was me? This is some random dude. That's not me. That's some random guy. But I appreciate it, though. I'll take the compliment. Okay, we're gonna try to put in. Let's see. Let's try to fix this up. Oops. Also, Blue, you know what I was looking at? It is so expensive to go to Madagascar. At least from the US, it's like minimum like $2,000 or close to it, if not $2,000. That's insane. We're gonna kind of fix all this. We're just gonna change it all up. I know, right? It's crazy. And I was only thinking of staying for like a month or two, just to get a feel of like what the country's like and what the people are like, and what the weather's like and stuff. But yeah, like $2,000, $2,000. That's crazy. I think there's ways to make it work, but like $2,000 is ridiculous. Like I think I could fly to most of Europe for like under like $500. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. This portrait might get scribbled over. Definitely testing me. What if we just simplify? What if we just wash all this out and make it one value like that? Boom. Clear that off. Clear all this out. Clear all this out. Just make it 2 values. And then we can focus on it later. Yeah, you know what? That's so still off topic. I can only imagine what it would be like to work customer service right now. I can only imagine. People are so mean. So mean. Like I worked customer service for a little bit, and people were so rude. Like there was some like bright spots. There's people who would like give you an extra tip or whatever and be really nice for no reason. And that was always really nice. But then there were people who like would go out of their way to just make you work extra just for the sake of it. Yeah, that's so stressful. Yeah, go out of their way to make you like work 10 times. Because I used to work at a car wash. And so there would be people who would like drive by and you would wash the car, whatever, and they would say you missed something. Like, okay, fair enough. Then they just keep walking around pointing at different things you missed, and it's like all these things you missed, and it's crazy. Like, okay, dude, like you paid for a $15 car wash, bro. I can't get everything, dude. I gotta move, bro. I can't clean everything. Once you're there, life's pretty cheap, but I would advise a 3-month stay if you want to get the feel. Definitely have time. Okay. Why the 3 months? Why 3 months? Because also I know there's there's part of Madagascar, right, that's more like Indonesian. Is that what it is? Like and then there's part where it's like more African sort of vibe. I don't know where the split happens or if it's like as clear as that, but oh, okay. Fair enough. Just putting the mustache back in again. I think we did his beard too big. Okay, guys, it's 9 o'clock. We have been on for 111 minutes. That's a nice number. Hopefully next time I'm on, you guys will see this finished painting. So yeah. I will see you guys later. Oh, hold on. Maybe we should do another oh wow, it's kind of dark out. Let me see. Any goodbyes? All right. See you guys. It's been a great stream. We got this one done. At least that's pretty nice. We got that painting done. That one's not so great right now. But all right. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.